This is the install guide for mini clotheslines. There is your kit contents. Check those and now go for a brick install to the desired height. Mark it out nice and plumb, not on a mortar line, with the brickwork, and then mark through the holes of the bracket. There they are, your 2 drilling holes. Drill both holes, clear them out and place the plugs in. Make sure there's no debris in those holes while you hammer those plugs in. Now pick up your bracket, slide on the washer onto the fasteners that are supplied and tighten them in just with your fingers initially, and then using a spanner, tighten to 95%. Do it with both and do not tighten to 100% until finally you have both fasteners in, and then you will be tightening up and nipping it up to 100%. And then repeat for the second bracket and you're good to go. Stud and timber post installation with the minis. Mark the desired height using your level and then mark your 2 holes. Now you're going to be drilling these through and placing your fastener in with the washer and tightening to 95%, both of them, and then nipping them up to 100% once you've got both of those in. And then you're going to, there you go, 100%, then you're going to repeat for the second bracket. If you're drilling into a steel post, this is for nut and bolt. When you do have access inside the post, you'll mark your desired height using your level, and your 2 dots there with your bracket will show where you are drilling. Drill through with your drill bit. This is going to be for nut and bolt for rear access. Follow the instructions here. You're going to be placing your fastener through with the washer on, and you can get access inside the post. Be careful here not to drop a hex nut in there, and you will be holding the spanner at the front and working it through whilst holding a spanner on the back hex nut so that it can be tightened, and you'll do that for the bottom one as well. This is only if you have rear access into the post. Once you've got that sorted out, you can do both of those, nipping them up to 100%, and you can repeat that for your second bracket. Keep watching if you need to check out how to tap in when you do not have rear access. So drilling for tapping, once again you're going to be marking with a level and then using the bracket as a template for your 2 positions for your drill holes. Pick up your 5mm drill bit, pop that into your drill, and you've got your tapping tool ready to go as well, which is your M6 by 1.25 tapping tool. Drill into the post your 2 holes as marked through the bracket. Now, using your tapping tool, you'll spray on some tapping lubricant onto your tool and into the holes, and then you will start methodically turning ever so gently into the post until you create a very good purchase. And the profile of the screw is being created via the tapping tool. Once you've got a good purchase, you can move it backwards and forwards slightly, always going clockwise to create the entire screw profile into the steel. And once you start moving through quite easily into the steel and getting that great profile, you can back out your tapping tool, and you have tapped your first hole. You can repeat for the above hole. Place a washer on the fastener, place the fastener through the bracket, and then finger tighten only into the hole initially, making sure you don't thread it, and then you can tighten with the spanner to 95%. Repeat for the second fastener to the bottom hole. Tighten that to 95% as well with the spanner, and then you'll be nipping them up to 100%. And you can repeat this for your second bracket on your other post. Cable install for all minis. So you thread the mini cables through, and they're swaged on one end so they pull through, and you get to the other end and you want your cable to go slightly past the bracket, then you know you've got enough cable. Grab your 2 DIY terminals and finger tighten the hex nuts on. The hex nut that's closest to the DIY terminal, you tighten that on firmly with your spanner. The other one is just on the thread. Now you back out your grub screws, don't lose them. They are easily lost if you back them out too far. Now you'll just pop those 2 DIYs into each hole. Put the outer hex nut on, you don't have to actually put the dome nut on, and put the next outer hex nut on so that they just sit in the bracket neatly and you've got a little bit of thread exposed for the dome nut. Now you're picking up your first cable closest to the wall or post, lying it up just past that second grub screw and snipping it down hard onto your leg. Use your leverage and snap that. And you'll be now feeding it into the DIY terminal, and using your Allen key provided, you'll dampen down that first grub screw until it's nice and firm, then the second grub screw. Nice and firm onto the cable. Now that hex nut can be backed off on the inside, and you can pull the line taut and then tighten the outer hex nut and then the inner hex nut, and that will allow for tension to be tightened. Repeat the process for the second cable, feeding it in and dampening down your grub screws with the provided Allen key. And once again, you're going to be tightening the entire system with the use of just your fingers by taking off the outer, or loosening back the outer hex nut. In this case, we have to take the dome nut off, sorry. Outer hex nut is loosened off a little bit, and the inner hex nut's loosened off, and you've got room to move and pull it taut, and you tighten up both hex nuts and you've got the right tension. Tighten them up one after the other, because if you tighten one, the other one can go slack a little. So do them together, then pop your dome nuts on, and that is your mini clothesline cable. Pretty well finished. You can tweak and tighten the last little hex nut holds with your spanners just to keep them quite taut, and then you are done. It's a really simple cable install, and actually it's a very similar method for all of our clotheslines that have brackets at either end, and you pop your domes on. All done. That is the mini cable install.